Install the precedent front lift kit. Turn the lift kit upside down and fit the save spring plate into position. Drop one of the provided 10mm by 40mm bolts through one of the spring plate holes and into the lift kit. Hold the assembly in place as you flip it over. With the Double Take logo to the front, line up the bolt with the corresponding hole in the chassis. Loosely tighten the bolt to hang the lift kit to the chassis. Then loosely install the remaining 3 40mm bolts. When that is complete, tighten all the hardware. Another person or a jack to help support the lift kit is recommended for this installation. Install the provided driver's side A-arm into position using the saved hardware. You may need a rubber mallet to help align the A-arm into position on the chassis. Tighten the hardware. Repeat for the passenger side A-arm. Drop the rack and pinion down into position and use the 3 saved bolts to secure it in position. Tighten all hardware. Now install the driver's side spindle. First, use a 2.5mm hex key to back the top and bottom end screws out from the interior shaft. Place the bottom of the spindle to the lift kit ball joint mount. Then secure it with the provided 12mm by 40mm Allen head bolts. Do the same again at the top of the spindle where it connects to the A-arm ball joint mount. Add self-locking glue to the top and bottom bolt threads. Tighten all hardware. Next, connect the tie rod to the arm of the spindle using the saved hardware. After that, secure the nut with a new cotter pin. Use the hex key to tighten the screws against the 40mm bolts at both ends of the spindle. Pull the shock back down to the A-arm mount and use the provided 8mm by 45mm hex bolt washers and nylock nut to connect the shock and A-arm together. Tighten the adjuster nut on the A-arm ball joint as well. Finally, reinstall the hub onto the spindle by fastening it using the saved factory hub nut. Repeat on the other side. Finally, use a grease gun to insert grease into the lift kit grease nozzles, which will prevent squeaking. Also, apply some grease onto the spindle and lift kit connections. Double Take, because looks matter.